Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
Beautiful trans women out here. Tell us about your transition, how it went.
Can I hold this, please?
No.
So I have a question for you. Why are you asking me those questions?
Like we're interviewing like trans women and stuff like that.
I'm not a trans woman. I'm a...
Oh no, we're fully supportive. Do you want to talk about sort of transitioning or anything like that, or like what people can?
I never transitioned because I was born a woman.
No, of course you're a woman. Of course.
Does it make a trans woman any less of a woman?
No, you are 100% a woman.
I'm not a trans woman.
Is there another definition that people like to use, or?
You thought I was a man?
You be aight, nigga. You tough, right?
The same people that are screaming at us to vote for Kamala because she's a woman can't define what a woman is.
What are you doing?
Going to the bathroom.
Why are you in the girls' bathroom?
I'm a trans girl.
But you're not a girl.
Oh, we're doing one of these.
Yeah.
Interesting. Never had this before. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, I pay a lot of money to be safe in the bathroom.
Me too. Excuse me. Rude.
Do you think that's okay?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It happened to one of my older boys, where I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Xavier. This was before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion. I was told, Xavier might commit suicide if he did.
That was a lie right from the outset.
Incredibly evil, and I agree with you that people that have been promoting this should go to prison.
That's
so I was
connection.
tricked into doing this, it wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. And so I lost my son, essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right, so the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah.
Part of the reason that I will engage in difficult conversations is because I don't want to have them forever. And so, one of the rules I had in my marriage, and it was a rule that my wife also was pleased to follow, was that if we have a problem, we're going to deal with it right now. And we're going to deal with it right to the bottom. And that's very unpleasant. But if you do it, sometimes you only have to do it once and the problem goes away. And then you don't have that bloody problem every day for the rest of your life.
Nora Vincent, the author of Self-Made Man, has died by assisted suicide. She was a radical feminist who believed men lived on easy mode and tried to prove it by disguising herself as a man for 2 years. Instead, what she found out is that men actually have it very hard, and wrote a book about her experience. The experience was so bad that she had to stop after 18 months because she was starting to hate women due to how bad the women treated her when she believed she was a man.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy, they need our love. They need each other more than anything else. They need to be together.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue. No idea. I really like being me, and I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before, Ned?
I did, but I like it more now, because I think it's more of a privilege.
You're supposed to suffer. The whole reason God put men on this planet is to fucking suffer. And the best men are the ones who suffered the most. I wouldn't be top G if I didn't suffer more than anyone else. You're a better man than everyone else if your life was a fucking mess and it was a hardship. Because you're not what happens to you. You are how you react to it. And the best men on earth are men who have had their parents die, their best friends betray them, their girl betray them, thrown in jail, their money stolen, stabbed, robbed. And every time something happened to them, they sat there and they looked in the mirror and said, what can I learn from this? How can I stop this happening? Those are the best men. Those are the men respect. Those are the men women want. Why do women love scars? Look, they tried to kill him and they can't. That's why I want him. The best men suffered. You find a man who's never been through suffering and nobody gives a shit about him. Men don't like him and women don't like him. Men are no good without it.
A lot of shit pissed me off. Like we got Elon Musk getting tricked into giving this kid different puberty blockers, sterilization drugs, you know, pretty much a cocktail of things to keep your mind and your pineal gland from producing different hormones that you're going to need to keep your circadian rhythm on point, you know. But anyway, Elon Musk gets tricked into pretty much giving this kid sterilization drugs, you know. And as I think about it, I'm like, the average citizen doesn't understand as much as Elon Musk that he could still get tricked into this type of stuff. So we need to be hyper vigilant on making sure that we're not getting tricked into giving our kids anything that's going to suppress their puberty, suppress their way to think, cognitive ability, suppress them into doing anything suicidal even. You know, a lot of people go through this type of stuff, you know, depression and anxiety and stuff like that. And sometimes we give pills to these people without actually addressing the issue that they might really need to be addressed, you know. And in this case, Elon Musk feels like he did the wrong thing and giving this kid these drugs that pretty much made him sterile, made him go transgender. He assumes, you know, it's kind of messed up that his son made a decision, you know, at a young age to be something that Elon Musk didn't agree with, you know, and now Elon Musk is blaming on these kind of different cocktails that they were giving his son. We know that a lot of these vaccines are, you know, put in there and it's a cocktail of things that we might not understand what they are and what they actually do to the body, the effects they might have on your hormones and different parts of your body, you know. So the thing is for Elon Musk to get tricked, and the wording and the different terminology that these doctors use in these patient rooms, in the thing they have you sign, the disclosure, what they plan on doing to you and stuff like that. We need to be more hyper vigilant on signing things and, you know, giving our kids these different medications that might be supposedly helping them for depression or anxiety or stress or anything like that. And it might be doing some other things. It might be puberty blockers. It might be hormone blockers. It might be things that get their mind kind of messed up and foggy, you know. A lot of stuff is produced in the body that we don't understand as well. You know, a lot of this stuff that the doctors are picking out and using and isolating and mono whatever, you know, and picking out of these things, different chemicals to make your body do all kind of crazy stuff, you know. A lot of suicidal thoughts come from this type of stuff. Pretty much you're singling out a certain part of the drug and you're pretty much giving them just a heavier dose of that. And it's kind of just, you know, we're kind of guinea pigs to the doctors right now when they're really just trying to test out some drugs that was approved by the FDA or whatnot. But at the same time, they really didn't go through human trial. They might have had 2-3 studies done, and they were approved for testing or approved for American consumption. But anyway, I digress. It's messed up that Elon Musk pretty much disowned his kid and feels like he doesn't agree with what the kid has chosen to do with their life. But with giving these kids these cocktails and expecting them just to be normal, you know, if it's not the social media that's getting these kids, it's the drugs that we're putting them on. If it's not the drugs that we're putting them on, it's the environment we put them in. If it's not the environment we put them in, it's the way we talk to them and communicate with them, and it might not be the best, because we're not trained therapists, we're not trained psychologists, and we might not understand what we're actually doing to the kids. So, I just want people to understand if a multi-million-dollar man like Elon Musk can get his kid on some things that he doesn't agree with later in life, you might want to consider what you put your kids on right now in life, because we don't want to go and see the kids committing suicide or anything like that. You can get help for that at any time. There's hotlines for that. And you can actually try to help your kid develop their social skills and stuff like that, so they don't feel more depressed or feel like they're alone in this society, instead of putting them on drugs, maybe get them out in the world more, But that's just my own observation of this type of stuff. This is just my own opinion on things, Sorry that Elon Musk feel like he lost, his son from this, but people have actually lost loved ones from this same type of thing. So I just want to spread awareness to people that might not understand what's going on in the pharmaceutical world, realm, or whatnot. So it is what it is, man. Silence, acceptance, and we ain't having. Like, comment, subscribe.